My father sat back in the leather chair I'd bought, in the house I'd paid for, sipping the coffee I'd made. With a straight face he said, "You need to let your brother stay here. He's family and job hunting is stressful." Then he laughed. My brother laughed too. Like it was a shared joke. Like I was the joke. I stayed silent, my eyes drifting to the muddy shoes my brother had kicked off onto my white rug. The beer cans littering the table. The faint reek of weed seeping from the guest room. He hadn't worked a day in 5 years. Yet somehow I was once again expected to carry him. My mother sat there quietly, eyes fixed on her coffee. She always crumbled when my father spoke, calling it keeping the peace. I called it surrender. I should have been used to it, the hierarchy, the unspoken rules. Dad's word was final. My brother was the favored son. And me? I was the dependable daughter. The one who kept the lights on, bought the groceries, and never asked for gratitude. But that day, something in me shifted. It wasn't always this way. As a kid, I adored my brother. I covered for him when he wrecked Dad's car, helped him cheat through high school, even took out loans to keep him out of jail over a credit card scam. I told myself he'd grow out of it. That if I supported him long enough, he'd eventually stand on his own. But the years passed and he didn't change. I did. The turning point came when I noticed my savings draining faster than I could explain. I started checking accounts, utilities, credit cards, even my Wi-Fi bill. That's when I found out my brother had been using my name, my cards, my credit, without a word. My own father had co-signed a Wi-Fi account in my name for my brother's gaming setup. When I confronted them, Dad just shrugged. "You make more than enough. Why are you being so greedy?" Greedy? That word clung to me for days. I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I didn't demand apologies. Instead, I made a plan. First, I stopped paying for anything extra. The Netflix subscription disappeared. The phone bill stopped. The fridge stayed empty of beer. I replaced the Wi-Fi router with one they couldn't access. Next, I met with a lawyer in secret. The house was legally mine, my name on the deed, my signature on every paper. I gathered proof. Bank transfers, photos, receipts, text messages. I had evidence of financial abuse, identity theft, and trespassing. Then I waited. I let the rent date come and go. Let them keep ordering food on my accounts, driving my car, racking up more debt under my name. And then I changed every password, froze my credit, removed Dad's cosign wherever I could, and I filed for a restraining order. The court day was icy. I wore black. My brother showed up late in sweatpants. Dad didn't even bother to shave. They thought they'd get a slap on the wrist, maybe a lecture. But I let the evidence speak for me. The judge listened as I laid out the months of stolen money, the screenshots of food deliveries from my cards, the texts from my brother joking about being, basically a dependent. The final blow was a voice recording, my brother laughing. "She acts like she owns the house. Technically she does, but so what? She owes me for being born." Even the judge winced. The ruling was quick. My brother was barred from the property. My father was cited for identity misuse and coercive financial control. Outside the courthouse, an officer handed them both the eviction notice. My brother cursed. My father looked at me as if I'd betrayed him. I didn't flinch. I didn't say a word. I drove home, turned the key, and let the engine's hum feel like a deep, steady breath. The silence in the house was sacred. No blaring music, no smoke in the air, no drunken shouting. I changed the locks that night, sat in that same leather chair, drank my coffee and smiled. They called for weeks, voicemails, texts, long messages heavy with guilt. My mother pleaded with me to be the bigger person. I blocked them all. Because you don't owe loyalty to people who weaponize your love. You don't keep feeding the mouths that spit on your boundaries. For years, I thought family was about blood, and I thought I was broken for feeling unloved. But I wasn't broken. I was done pretending. They laughed when they thought I was weak. They mocked me for drawing boundaries. But I wasn't just drawing lines. I was building walls. And they'll be on the other side of them forever.